So last class period, we looked at Bob Dylan's lyrics/poetry, and we looked at what he believes. Where does he stand on some pretty heavy issues? For today, you're going to actually be writing a poem where you look through the eyes of one of the characters in Animal Farm and where they stand on the Russian Revolution, or the revolution that they're dealing with in the book. So the first thing you need to do is read the directions. And the directions state that a credo poem is when you create a poem that shows a declaration of what you believe. During a revolution, people's beliefs are formed and tested on a daily basis. Put yourself in the place of one of the animals in Animal Farm and try to see what his or her beliefs are about the situation. First thing you do is choose a character. So now you can choose whatever character you wanted to. For our purposes, I chose Clover. You can choose a positive character, a negative character, a character who has a lot of parts, a character who doesn't. It really doesn't matter because they all have significance. So then you got to think about what that character's beliefs are. Just to get you started, what you do is you write the title, which would be your character's name, which you can see that's where you'd put it. And then you follow this format. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. What I did was I chose my character's name, and I just started going, I am, and then I just started filling in the blanks, kind of like Mad Lib style. And I just worried about filling in this part. And once I did this, I went back and I did this part. Okay, so once you write your poem, go back through and make sure that you have 5 direct quotes, which shouldn't be too difficult because you have so much highlighted, but you might need to go back and dig for some more, and that's what I ended up doing, finding quotes that I felt really was showing, Clover's beliefs. And then one example of a synecdoche, and if you don't know what a synecdoche is, go ahead and look at your AP literary terms. You have it written down there. It's a part of a whole, but it has the examples, or you could look online. You have to have an example of a metaphor, an example of imagery, and one example of allusion. Now, it's very important that when you type this up, that you highlight them appropriately, because I need to know, that you can actually identify what a synecdoche is. You can identify what a metaphor is. And so I'll be able to tell by how you color code. And if you don't color code it, I can't give you credit for it. So again, the format that I did was I followed this, or the structure I did was I followed this, and then I went back and I added all of this in. And so the end result looks like this. And just before I get going, this isn't due until December 16th. You can turn it in today, though. I'm going to ask that you try to do that. First, you type up, your name, my name, and then you put English 1 per AP, and then whatever period number you're in, and then the due date, which is December 16th. And then you put the title, which is your character name, and then I went ahead and I followed the format. So it says, I am a comrade. I wonder if I will have a crumb to eat after a hard day's work. I hear old Major clear his throat to tell of his strange dream. I see the sea of animals gathering together in the barn. I want a better tomorrow for the 4 foals I bore. I am a comrade. I feel the weight of the work I am expected to bear, much like Atlas has the world on his shoulders. I touch the ground around me with great care, lest there be some small animal concealed in the straw. I worry about the well-being of my fellow animals and our future. I am a comrade. I understand that this revolution will be a worthwhile struggle. I say to the foolish white mare Molly that she has been caught. I dream of a future where we can work together for the betterment of all. I try to help the cause by addressing Molly's disloyalty. I hope that I'm wrong, but the bunches of ribbons hidden in her stall of secrets prove otherwise. I am a comrade. Now, notice, I've got my quotes. So that's my first quote, second quote, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, so there's my textual evidence, so I can check that off my list. And then I went ahead and I've got my metaphor, and I labeled it. In this case, I just underlined because that's all I had available, because I don't have a color printer for this. There's my metaphor, and then I've got my synecdoche. And the reason why this is a synecdoche is because she doesn't want just a tomorrow. She wants the whole future. So a synecdoche is a part of a whole. So this is just part of the whole future. And again, if you're struggling with that one, just look online. Just put in examples of synecdoche, and you'll find plenty. And then you've got an allusion. So Atlas has a world on his shoulders, so that you have your mythological allusion. You can have allusion of other sorts. If you're not sure about some ideas, look online. Get inspired by others. And then the imagery of a foolish white mare. And there's probably better imagery I could have dug around for, but that's what I could find for Clover to describe Molly. So anyway, that's the end result. You should be able to finish this by the end of the class. If not, then just make sure that you've got it taken care of ASAP. And for the rest of the class period, I'm going to ask that you work on this. So you'll go to Canvas, which you should be already there if you're looking at this. This actual assignment, the yellow sheet that you have in your hand, you'll find that on the assignments page, and then you just click on Credo poem, and I just did a copy and paste there, or you can take a picture of this and just hold on to it. You go ahead and read the directions, write your poem, and then turn it in to turnitin.com. And then if you finish all of it and you're just kind of sitting around, go ahead and work on the annotations for 6 through 10, because those are going to be due faster than you think. And if you get them taken care of before break, my gosh, that's so much better. So there you go. And if you have any questions, then you can ask Mr. Carlin. He can help you out. Otherwise, I will see you soon.